Felonious Mopery, and there's a lot of it. This is CNN on the weekend. I'll just start playing it.
We've been talking this morning about one of the latest Twitter rants.
Oh, look, it's
by
Victor
the
Maxwell.
president. He criticized Congressman Elijah Cummings and his district, calling it a dangerous and filthy place.
A lot of people wondering, why did he suddenly pick Cummings to go after, and why his district, Baltimore specifically? It turns out he may have been following someone else's script here.
Whoa, let's get to the bottom of this. Could it be the Russians?
CNN chief media correspondent Brian Stelter, host of Reliable Sources, of course. You'll see him a little bit later today as well. So Brian, what's your take on this? What have you found out?
I think it's pretty clearly one of these examples of the president seeing something on Fox News.
Fox News. Oh my goodness. I have a little envy here, is it? Not the leaders of fake news, but the leaders in envy news.
Receiving a warped view of the world from Fox, and then going on another racist tweet storm as a result. We've been talking for a couple of years about where does the president get his information? What are his sources of information? That's such an important question with any president or any political leader. And certainly with President Trump, it's now been proven hundreds of times over that he watches Fox often, mostly the pro-Trump talk shows on Fox that give him a really distorted view of the world, and then he acts on that information.
Are you saying that Trump get led by Fox News? It's not that Fox News is just reporting on Trump and they're both conservatives, and so that Fox News is just reporting on another conservative? Could that be it?
Now, sometimes he only acts on it via tweets. Other times he acts on it with actual policy changes, actual decisions that he makes as commander-in-chief. But whether it's a tweet or a policy decision, he's not getting the best, most accurate information. This particular Fox segment, we can show you a little bit of it, was on Fox and Friends. There was a conservative commentator who went into West Baltimore taking pictures of some of the really terrible conditions, some of the trash that's piled up on corners. There were examples of rats and other problems in the neighborhood.
Wait, you just said what Trump was saying about Baltimore.
I think it's well known, and it's been well known for decades, that there are parts of inner cities in America, including Baltimore, that are absolutely in a struggling condition. That's been true for decades. But
what's true is that Democrats have been running these little slums for decades. We'll get to it in a minute.
Fox decided to cherry pick this one example involving this one neighborhood because of Elijah Cummings.
Trump has said many things about many neighborhoods. You guys are the ones that are just concentrating on this one neighborhood. He talked about New Hampshire. He talked about a lot of places in the United States. You guys are the ones that are focusing on Baltimore.
Because the congressman has been challenging President Trump, holding oversight hearings, challenging Trump about the border crisis, challenging Trump when it comes to information about the president's history. And so as a result, Fox set up a segment attacking Cummings. The president tweeted about it an hour later, and now here we are.
Oh, so he got it from Fox News. Let's just have a look at Elijah Cummings at the hearings with the acting secretary of Homeland Security, that'd be Kevin McAleenan, and let's have a look.
You're doing a great job, right? Is that what you're saying?
We're doing our level best in a very
What does that mean? What does that mean when a child is sitting in their own feces?
Whoa! This is Elijah Cummings getting upset about the conditions at the border. Quite frankly, the conditions at the border are overcrowded. This is true. And this is something that Democrats could have fixed a long time ago, but they choose not to. But the conditions themselves are actually pretty good. They went over it over and over again. These people are getting medical treatment, they're getting care, they're getting food, they're getting shelter. Yes, it's cramped because it's overcrowded. But they're actually living in better conditions than the people in Baltimore. Let's go back to CNN.
I think we're in one of these situations where actually bringing facts to the table doesn't necessarily solve the problem.
Facts never solved anything, right? Because you guys don't ever deal with facts.
But there were so many factual inaccuracies in this segment and in the president's tweet storms, as you acknowledged yesterday.
Like, let's start naming them. Like, name one or two. Trump was right about it. Trump is right about a lot of inner cities in Chicago, New Hampshire, San Francisco. And now Baltimore, all run by stupid Democrats who ruin the frickin' neighborhood, and then blame Trump. How in the world do you spin this? I have no idea. I mean, Elijah Cummings has been a congressman in District 7 since 1996. Do you think he had the time to fix that district?
Victor, this district means so much to so many people. 700,000 people living in the 7th Congressional District.
And the number is shrinking every year. Whoever can is getting out. Oh, this is Felonious Mopri. Signing off.